Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, Inspired Tribe. Welcome to the Live Inspired live stream here. Guys, thanks for being here. We're healthy, we're wealthy, we're whole, free. Do you think we need a little more light? I don't know. It's good, I guess. Thank you. Man, it's getting bright in here. Thank you. So we're excited that you're here. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here with us on this Wednesday. This is the new schedule, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Live streams here on the Inspired Tribe channel. This is live stream number 95, guys. And I think some of you were with us for like 90 of them, or even 91. So, plus you guys, thanks for being with us. It's October 14th, 2000 and transformation years. Well, what can I tell you? This year is for sure, the absolutely most transformative year in our recorded history, and we're excited that you're here. So for those of you who are new, welcome. You're now part of the Inspired Tribe. Nothing you can do about it. That's just the way it is. And we're excited that you're here. And remember, we're healthy, we're wealthy, we're whole, and we're free. And that's something that I thought I didn't really say something special yet. So what's with the thumbs up already? So please hit the like button. That helps the algorithm to distribute the live stream to people. So, well, what shall we do? I know that we're going to talk about your secrets today. And, you know, it might freak you out, but we know quite a few of your secrets, even though you might not have told us, but we know them. And this is going to be a cool one. But before we do that, let's create some energy for this live stream here. Hey, Ili, Emma, let me see who else. Agnieszka is here. Black Sky is here. Yahanvi is here. Let me see. And I know not everyone's, commenting in the live chat. So thank you for being here with us. And we're going to do what we have been doing, opening up this heart space and create a lot of energy around it. So basically what we want you to do is breathe with me for like 30, 40 seconds. We'll see how long it goes, really intensely, right? So we raise our arms, close your eyes, just follow my voice. And we're going to step out of the shallow breathing of the day into the deep breathing of the moment, because we want to breathe to thrive, not just breathe to survive. Breathe to thrive, people. So raise your arms, close your eyes, and we're going to go for a session of deep, rapid breathing. Okay, first energy. 1, 2, 3, ready, let's go. 10 more. Woo! That was awesome. Amazing. Can you hear it in your ears? Like a ringing, a buzzing, and in your blood and through your veins and throughout your whole body, just so much energy. And notice, even if you don't really move, how much heat, how much energy, how much power you can create in a few seconds. And there's a million benefits to doing this multiple times a day. When you're out walking, when you have a moment, if you need a moment, but you're in a public place, go to a restroom, go somewhere and do this just for a few seconds. Literally, your whole body detoxifies. You know, that's what the body starts doing when it gets a lot of oxygen. It can do the work so much better. And you're opening up that beautiful physical and spiritual heart space. And that all within a matter of a minute. So it doesn't get much better than this, you know. It's fast, it's easy, it's under a minute. Try to beat this. Try to beat it. Just kidding, guys. It's so good that you're here. So let's jump into the topic of the day. So Black Sky just got yelled at by Marquetta because she interrupted her, just making sure she was on the on the call. So we're going to wait for a few more people, of course, to jump on. The people always come at least 2-3 times today because we're excited, like a new announcement. We love new announcements. Kristin and I created a process a long time ago that we've been using and people have been using with great success. And we decided, like with so many other things, how much are we going to charge for that process? Is it going to be $100 or $50 or $40 or $30 or $20 or $10? Now, we're giving it to you for free. Whoever wants it, whoever wants to do it, and we're calling it the Inspired Freedom Launcher. It'll take you about, 30 minutes or so. And then there's a period of time attached where we ask you to do something for a period of time. But it's basically, we always say the transformation is a 3-step process. And that's what we do throughout the courses. That's what we do through the membership calls. But this is an initial step process, very, very powerful. So it's called the Inspired Freedom Launcher. And the link is in the description. It's right on top. And just get it, get it, try it, do it if you're feeling it. Get inspired and really dive into it. It's a powerful, powerful process, and enjoy it, And yeah, again, it's free. So again, beat that. You can't. It's a win-win for everyone. And we're just excited to spread some love and inspiration and freedom. I might say this 2 or 3 times for those people who are just jumping on. But now, let's talk about your secrets. And I wonder, if you're starting to guess, what secrets is he talking about, Yeah. Do you write down some of your secrets in the comment section, I mean, as soon as you do it, they're not secrets anymore. But what's the purpose of having secrets? I would love for you guys to put it in there. Maybe don't start with the one that you keep, you hide it, the one you hide the best. Maybe the others that are not so hidden anymore. But I wonder, what's the purpose of keeping secrets, especially secrets, especially if I'm not talking about national security secrets. I'm talking about the secrets that you keep from others, but that you also keep from you. And if we go back to a more natural, to the initial way of living, and I have to make one thing abundantly clear, and I might, repeat this over the live streams, that Kristin and I believe that our human history, the way it's being taught and described to us, is diametrically opposed to the truth. So I believe we have come from a place of pure enlightenment and living in the greatest harmony with the divine, and slowly made the decline over the millennia. And now we're through this, by the end of this dark period, at the beginning of this period of light. So we're starting to awaken again. But we believe that we were once fully awakened beings living up to our fullest potential. And part of that living up to our fullest potential was that there was absolutely no need for secrets. And the reason is, number one is that, we were communicating at that time, not so much through words, because we were communicating through images and mind to mind, heart to heart, purely. And so while we believe that even then, you were not, no one would just interrupt someone's thought process uninvited, or would, kind of pry, because even that wasn't necessary. But your mind theoretically, was accessible to others too, but there was no threat at that time. You see, there was no outside threat that could make this dangerous in some ways. But today we have so many topics in our lives that, humans are becoming quieter and quieter about. And especially in a time like today that's kind of polarizing, we just say, oh, I'm not going to say what I think about this, and I'm going to keep this to myself, and I'm not going to do this. Have these rules, people don't talk about politics, religion, money, all these rules. But why really? What are we afraid of? What are we afraid of saying? Why do we keep these things secret? Because once we get into the habit of keeping a secret about who we really are, we also kind of deprive ourselves and others of the beautiful contribution that we can make to this society, to our communities, to our families. If we become quiet about what we really believe and who we really are, and don't live that, you know, we're really diminishing the light that's shining within us. So I'm asking, what secret you keep? You know, think about it. What are the things that you don't want to discuss? You know, what are the things that you feel it might be polarizing? It might be, you know, even provocative to others. And you tell that we're hitting the nail on the head today with this topic, because what I keep seeing is that my connection is unstable. Now, YouTube, I want you guys to know my connection is not unstable. I have a super stable, expansive connection to the Creator. Your connection, however, is unstable. It's because of all the secrets that they're keeping, right? So, you know, in times like today, the things that you think you shouldn't talk about because you don't want to upset someone are actually the things you should probably talk about the most, right? So I mentioned, what about money? What about politics? What about religion? Why is this such a big deal? Why aren't we talking about it? You know, I'm artist. It's kind of a golden rule. You never talk about politics. You never talk about, you know, those kinds of things, because you might alienate someone. You might upset someone. You might, you know, push away a whole group of people. But what if we really were open about it? Because you see, Kristin and I, we don't even believe in politics. We believe it's theatrics. Politics is theatrics. It has nothing to do with real substantial work and change. What is real transformational work and change is what you and I are doing, you know, you and us are doing every day. That's the real work. The politics is theatrics. And so it gets so emotional. But aren't we all human beings that have ideas and visions, and we have, you know, creative thought? We have this tremendous, beautiful tool, the mind, that we use in connection with our Creator. And so Kristin and I, see, we believe in ideas. We believe in visions. We believe in great and grand people that have grand ideas and visions. Then I don't care, you know, what your party affiliation is. I don't care what others label you as. That's what, you know, that's what we believe in. So, but the more, you know, you see, the more we are secretive about it, less we actually have capacity as a society to communicate mind to mind. You know, we've lost that for a little bit. So we're using words. So let's get together more and communicate on a more authentic level, you know, and express who you are. You might be surprised the beautiful things that happen when you are authentic and speaking your truth. So again, if I get back to the advice that I've been getting throughout all of my career, you know, don't say this, don't ever affiliate yourself with someone who's even slightly political, is a candidate or is in some position. Don't ever really speak about religion or in any specifics, and we speak about more, you know, spirituality than religion. And we're breaking all of those rules every day just because they're stupid, they're senseless. All they do is keep us apart. Because really, in all reality, many of us, you know, if we would leave behind the labels, we would realize that we desire a lot of the same things in this life. You know, we want to be healthy, we want to be wealthy and whole and free, and we desire to have a joyful life. So I can tell you that just in this country, 330 million people, and I'm pretty much can tell you that the vast majority desires all of these things. And so if we are more open about these things, you know, we'll find more common ground. And so it's easy, you know, it's easy to just be quiet and say, I'm just keep my head down. I'm not going to shine my light. I'm not going to say what I think, not going to, you know, act on my true beliefs. But that's what the world needs, people. The world needs you. It doesn't need another streamlined being that pretty much, you know, just repeats what all the others are saying because it's safe. The world needs the true, authentic thinkers and feelers. You know, it needs you. It needs your voice and it needs your perspective. Don't keep it a secret anymore. It isn't about, you know, attacking people, pushing against But understanding that your voice matters. It doesn't matter if you are in a position to reach millions of people or in a position to just reach your immediate community. The effect that you have is just as important and impactful. So what are these secrets? So what? So someone says, well, I'm a Christian. Okay, so people say that. Others say I'm a Buddhist. Others say I'm this, I'm that. And I've talked to all people. We've talked to all people from all religions, all belief systems. And usually within a few minutes, maybe 20, 30 minutes of talking, we realized that in our minds, we're very much one consciousness. We very much desire the same things, but we were open and honest enough to talk about it. And see, I might have mentioned this to some of you, or even in the live streams. It's interesting for me. I don't ever put a label on myself, but people do, right? So I'll have discussions with someone, and I love talking about God. And so, they'll tell me how they pray or how they meditate, what they do. I tell them how I do it. And then, sometimes I'll see a post by someone who just met me, and they say, well, follow Jean Nolan. He's a really good Christian, just a good guy. And I'm thinking, okay, if that's what you see, if that's what helps you, label this thing, that's okay. I don't fight that. And then others say, oh, check out Jean Nolan. He's such a free spirit, and I'm, yeah, okay, wonderful. So these labels don't matter really. What matters is the authenticity that you present yourself with. And the world is lacking that. It lacks wisdom and authenticity. And at the same time, because it's lacking that, there's also a seeking for wisdom and authenticity. That's what the world wants more than anything. It's what everyone is, even if they don't understand it, that's what they desire. So they desire to hear your voice, to hear your truth. They desire to actually hear what you're keeping secret now. And, practice this. Practice thinking and feeling as if you were an open book. And this is a wonderful way if you're asking yourself, how can I improve myself? Because that's life, is the constant improvement of everything. How can I improve myself? And think of it that way. Imagine that your thoughts, your feelings were visible to everyone who gets in touch with you. If that were the case, and not because you care about the opinions of others so much, but what impact do you want to have? Because while your thoughts are not written out, somewhere, and people can't access the thought, they can feel your vibration. Where does your vibration come from? It comes from what you think and feel about the most. So if you start improving that and start asking yourself, how can I contribute in the highest way? How can I give and be of service and follow my bliss in the best possible way? Then ask yourself, what frequency do I want to emanate? What thoughts, am I thinking? Are they lowering my vibration? Are they raising my vibration? So, for years and years and years, I've been thinking about this. When I go for a walk, sometimes by myself, and I walk off some steam because, I heard something, I read something, I saw something that upset me. And then sometimes I get these, just angry, mad sometimes for a short minute or so. And then I ask myself, what can I give to bring love and peace to this? What can I give to bring inspiration to this? And what if my thoughts were visible, Would that be positive? Would that be contributing? Would that be helpful? And then you will find yourself, you will catch yourself and go, wait a minute. If I'm thinking if this has been my thought pattern for 30 minutes, my vibration must be quite low today, because that's just not something that gives me a good feeling. So that's what I'm emanating. And so when you ask yourself, if my thoughts and feeling were visible to everyone, is that what I want to give to the world? And then, use the processes, then use the beautiful meditations that are out there. Use whatever tool you can to improve that. Because remember that truly in essence, in all that's the wisdom of the universe. that our thoughts are the greatest creative tool. That's where it all starts. And that's where. So look at the secrets and ask yourself why you're not talking about them. Do they need transformation? Is it an old story that you just are not proud of? Okay, so what? It can be transformed. Lose the guilt and fall into freedom. Or are they actually beautiful things where you think they might be controversial? So what if they're controversial? If you truly believe that, then that's your way to express light. And it's important. It's important more than ever for everyone to be the unique being that you are. This is what this year has shown us all so much. You've noticed this. Whenever you deny yourself, the freedom to be who you really are, things don't really work out that well. Whenever you're brave enough to be who you really are, things start falling into place. Yes, some people will walk away, but wonderful people. This life was never about exposing your dark, juicy secrets, you know? I know it sounded like that, but it's about something even deeper than that. It's about how to follow your bliss in the best possible way. And more than ever, it is clear that it starts with us. You know, there are the external savior, the proverbial external savior has been misinterpreted. In other ways, if you live a life of solution, a life of creation, a life of expansion, then all the saviors that you might need for anything appear. But they are not the ones who are miraculously changing your soul. It's you who make the decision, and then that happens. That's how it's always been. That's what all the teachings really say. If you look at it, if you look at the Bible, if you look even in the Quran, you'll find it. If you look at, you know, the Buddhist teachings, if you look at the Hindu teachings, and then smaller tribes and philosophies around the planet, everyone who has found us, even the smallest level of enlightenment, will tell you that it's happening here, not out there, here. Always has been that way. So I'm asking you, really, what are the things that you've been holding back? I want to read it. I'm going to go through the live chat here now. I want to read what you've been holding back. And more than once, you felt the desire to say it, to express your truth, but you haven't because you were scared. Now's the time I want you to put that in life and overcome that fear and be who you are. That's who you are. So I'm going to go up a little bit here and see. Okay. Okie dokie. Emma says juicy stuff. Illy says, I love blondes. A dark secret right there. I love blondes too. Siobhan says, haha. Let me see. Black Sky says, my secret is the inspired tribe because I show most of the people I know. What?
Because I know.
Oh, because I know most of the people I know, sad to say, aren't ready. Thank you first of all. Thank you, Black Sky, so much for the beautiful words. Here's something that I have discovered. And we've discovered. We don't know how ready someone is. Because people are really good at putting on facades and really good at repeating what they've repeated for years. Sometimes you shine a light and you just let it be. You don't force it. You don't push it. You just shine your light. Speak your truth. And you sow the seed. And then it's happening. So many times it's happening. People might not come to you and say, thank you so much, Black Sky. Thank you so much, Donzel, for, and you observe them a little bit, weeks, months, and you will see that they were thinking about what you said, going deeper, exploring, and you will see that there is a transformation. Never underestimate the power of your light. Never do that. That's sin. And I don't often say that word. It's a sin to underestimate the power of your light. So shine it. It's all you have to do. You have to do what you can do. Not what, dear God, please, give me the strength to change what I can change, and the acceptance, to accept what I cannot change, and the wisdom to know the difference. Paraphrasing, of course, but who cares? Okay, Illy, I'm a Republican. I believe in God. I believe extraterrestrials exist. Illy, I'm smiling so hard. I love this. So this is a really cool thing, because if you look at today's labels of Republican and Democrat, especially in this country, or independent or libertarian, I don't really like labels. But if you go, most of you that enjoy what we're talking about here and enjoy what we're expressing here together and co-creating, if you would go back and look at the original idea of the American Republic, not perfect, nothing perfect, but the original idea of the American Republic is the closest thing to amazing and a wonderful foundation. Again, flawed as people are, and in the context of the times, of course, especially. But back with the idea of republic, and what does it mean? Republic. Look at the meaning of those words, what they mean. And it's interesting. If you go back and really look at the meaning, I'm not going there. Not today, maybe another day. Okay, Rohit, I'm not afraid to say the truth. Good. Perfect. Wonderful. Thank you. I think Tao relates. Are you talking about Tao Te Ching, Rohit? Another, beautiful book of the way. If you haven't heard of it, the Tao Te Ching was written by they don't know, actually. It's someone called Lao Tzu, but it could have been more people. It could have been a series of scriptures like the Bible, written multiple beings. Really, but it's one of the wisest things ever written. And if you go through the verses, again, you can read it in one day and study it all your life, but you will see that you read a verse today, might not fully agree, feel it, and you read it again in 6 months, read it again in a year, read it again in 3 years. Eventually, you'll arrive at the understanding. Before you read it for the last time, you will already have the inner knowing that it's exactly what it is. That's how that works. It's beautiful. Okay, let me see. Siobhan is saying, I believe we have been lied to about so many things, all areas of life. Yes, true that. But we're also part of the liars, Think of it that way. We, our consciousness, we're co-creators regardless, always. And so it's, it's harsh to say everyone gets what they deserve. That's the harshest thing you could say, but that's really the principle of what we call the law of attraction. It's frequency. So the statement is, in my view, absolutely accurate. But I think once we move past the blame, we can move into the, authenticity of the moment. So I'm not always successful at that. I'm just saying I'm having a moment of wisdom. So I can say once we move past the blaming and the judging, we can find a lot of wisdom in the moment. I do sometimes judge and blame. That's not a secret. Okay. Rohit says, and I know words don't make us anything. We don't add anything more than we already are inside. Yes. Where else would the words come from? It's a beautiful statement. A lot of wisdom there. Illy says, what I desire also desires me. Wonderful. I've heard this before. I love it. Rose says, love the idea about our thoughts being visible. That's how, also with children, Rose, because, Rose is a mother of a single mother of two beautiful girls. And as parents, we should so often ask ourselves, if my feelings and thoughts were visible to my children, would I want them to hear and feel what I'm really feeling inside? Because they do anyways. Children do. But that's an interesting question, right? Illy says, I'm trying not to judge people. You have find other people illegal. Angie says, I'm so judgy. Yeah, but that's a really good affirmation, isn't it? I'm so judgy.
Rewrite your story.
Rewrite your story. What about everyone is free, including me? What about that? We are, why do we hold others to our standards? This is easier to do when you're in your circle, in your culture. That's even easier to do. You say, well, how can they do or think this? That's wrong. But if you travel to Thailand, or if you travel to, I don't know, an African country, you won't really do that. It's useless to judge people because they have a completely different cultural background, upbringing, belief system. So you just observe and you're curious and you say, oh, okay, that's how they view it. And there are literally so many countries on the planet that have such a vast, plethora of different belief systems and cultures. And we truly can peacefully, wonderfully coexist in those belief systems if each and every one of us understands that freedom is really simple. Freedom ends where my actions, my freedom infringes on your freedom. If I hurt you, if I hurt your property, if I do that, then that's not freedom anymore. And freedom also ends where someone is forced to do something. That's also not freedom, So it's very simple. Those are kind of 2 of 3 principles of freedom. And if we would all understand that, of course, we're not, teaching our children that anymore. But if we would teach on a grander scale, we would be so much more respectful. And then, there, as humans, there is a, and I wouldn't even call it judgment so much, but there's something like protection, as a society. I think, if someone is constantly or even just one time in a wrong way infringing on other people's freedoms or hurting them, then I believe society has a right to protect themselves, and to, we lock them away. But there might be better solutions. There might be more wholesome solutions. I'm just saying that if someone violates those sacred principles, then society has a right, of course. But that doesn't mean we have to remain in a state of judgment, if that makes sense. Rose, my secret is that I'm upset about my parents' family judging me about going to hell. They're very Christian and tell me that if I don't believe the way they do, then I'm going to hell. Do you believe that? Because I don't believe, Christian, actually, right, comes from the word Christ. And Christ, if you look at Jesus, I don't think that part of his things. I believe that hell and damnation and punishment is that. But so, what if they use other words? What if you wouldn't see what they see when they say those words? What if you replace in your mind heaven with hell? You say, Rose, if you live like that, you're gonna go to hell. And you're thinking, Rose, if you live like that, you're gonna go to heaven. So what would happen if you train yourself to hear something different? And change your story. Yes. Rose also says, judgment is a huge one, trying not to judge others and trying not to worry about what they think of me. Hey, you can worry as much as you want. You have no influence over that. That's literally the greatest understanding, that even if you get all the experts on the planet on your side and they are explaining it to the judgy people, even if you do all of that, you still cannot control what they really think. And who cares? Who cares? If I'm sitting at home on my couch thinking about someone and judging them in my mind, the only person that is hurting is me, because I have all these negative feelings. So who cares? Let them think. Let them think. Eventually they might figure out that thinking that doesn't do them any good. Zach says, I'm live on a broadcast with many others. Hearing this, I always feel like talking with me. That's a pretty cool perspective. I love that. Let me see. Zachary also says, everything is within unconditional love and the peace that surpasses all understanding. I've wanted to attract someone to love, but I'm content with my self-love, and now I don't even look or chase. Then I would say, Zach, a beautiful, beautiful way of looking at things, and what you desire also desires you. That's what I believe. What you desire also desires you. Okie dokie. Inspired tribe. Go out. Express yourself. Be brave. Uncover those secrets. Be that light. Shine it. No time like the present. It's never going to be as powerful as right now. Do it. We love you. And remember, we have this awesome process for you, the Inspired Freedom Launcher. Just click in the description and excuse me, what? So I have to see. I'll do something for you guys, okay? I mean, can it be any easier? Like any less work? Here you go. I just put it in there. The Inspired Freedom Launcher process. It is free. Here you go. And just click on a link. Get it. Do it. Do it. That's the most important thing. We'll see you all tomorrow. And some of you in the membership calls. Membership call tonight, actually. If you still want to join, there's still time. 7 p.m. Central Standard. We're doing the membership call. It's going to be a really cool ride tonight. Lots of questions, lots of answers. A process. It's all in there. So send us an email to 365inspiredliving@gmail.com. And sign up if you're feeling it. It's a membership thing. It's $69 a month for 4 calls every Wednesday night. And yeah, if you feel inspired, join us. Be a part of it. And we'll see you tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central Standard, right here on the Inspired channel. Love you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day.